Cancer, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is a reading for February. It is for the month of February. We are going to look at love, career, and finances for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for clicking here, my water family. I am a Pisces moon. I'm part of your water family. Thanks so much for all that you've been doing in raising the awareness of the Cancer tribe here at 10 of Cups Tarot. Thanks for your thumbs up and being in the comments, whether it's in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Let's take a look first. We're going to look at love, what's coming up in February for love for you. We're going to look at these oracles first. And I'm going to put down oracles for all of these subject here, love, career, and finances. And then we're going to go at it with some tarot. Let's find out what the overview of February is. We have forgiveness. Interesting. And so it says, stop focusing your energy on past events. Just forgive it forget it. And okay, maybe you shouldn't forget it because you don't want it to happen again, but forgiveness is for you, Cancer. It's not for anyone else. It's to release you. So it says here, stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So I feel like there is somebody here that either you want to give your forgiveness to, or you feel that needs to forgive you or give you forgiveness, or say sorry to you, or maybe you want to say sorry to someone else. But I do feel that the love part of your reading is focused on forgiveness. We do have my beloved. It says, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. It does feel like you're missing someone. Someone that possibly, we came to verbal blows possibly, or we just had a disagreement, or maybe we just sort of, drifted apart. And maybe you live in two different parts of the world. Take it as it resonates. But it feels like you are physically apart, and spiritually you're always united. So you still feel connected to this person, even though they are no longer in your life. And so I feel like it's because of something that happened that requires forgiveness, either on your part or on their part. Take it as it resonates here. Let's talk about your career. Now, maybe you might be retired, right? Maybe you're not working outside the home at this time, but then take it as it resonates for this career reading. It could be about what you're going to do after retirement. Not everybody just sits down and waits for the end to come. Somebody is like, some people travel and some people open a business. They do things that are connected to the heart space, right? So take that as it resonates. Tell me about career for Cancer, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. You guys are going to hear my oven go off pretty soon. I'm wondering when it's going to go off. Look, I work in my dining room. My kitchen's right behind me. I'm heating the oven. Full disclosure. Okay, here we go. Cancer, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about career. I was just thinking that someone out there might be a chef, and you're going to hear my oven go off. All right, so we have begin now. Take your first step. Look, if you've been looking to get out of the place that you're in, possibly you are someone who has decided to retire and start a business. Maybe you're retiring early, but it is time to begin now, to get focused on the path, on whatever it is that you want to do. It's time for you to say goodbye to the old thing and to reimagine. It says dream and imagine here. So reimagine what it is that you want to do in terms of a career. And like I said, for some of you, maybe you're quitting your job to start a business possibly, but for others of you, it's like, maybe now is the time. Maybe now I need to begin and take my first steps. Like maybe you're not leaving your job right away, but maybe you're going to start up a side hustle of some sort and try and build it before you get out of the job you're in, before you retire or before you quit. We've got rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. For some of you, you might see a rainbow, and that might be your indication that it's time for you to go, or time for you to move, or time for you to start this new path here. It looks like somebody's looking out the window, but we do have a rainbow here, and the rainbow is a significant thing in the Bible, right? If you're someone who is biblical or knows about that, I'm kind of a hybrid. I sort of know a lot about religion, but I am a spiritual person, don't believe in doctrines of the religions that I've been in. So we have rainbow blessings. And so in the Bible, the rainbow came because, it was after the 40 days and 40 nights of rain to say the worst of it was over, and it's time for new things on the horizon, right? It marks the end of a hard time, going into an easier time. I feel like there's a path ahead of you as it pertains to your career, and I think that you need to carry on and do something that you've always wanted to do. You're going to have to leave people, places, situations, and feelings behind in order to do it possibly. Tell me about finances, please, for Cancer, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have stillness. So it feels like you are in contemplation this month about what you're supposed to do with your finances. I feel like you're thinking about people that you love, right? That's the representative of the swan. Swans represent love, right? They represent, and swans mate for life. Maybe you're looking into the future thinking, who do I want to share my abundance with? Who do I want to share my finances with? Cancer. Maybe you're looking for love. You're looking for a partner because swans do partner up, right? I feel like your eyes are open. I want to say with all this violet going on here, that there is something that has opened your eyes. And it feels like, I want to say it's opened your eyes to finances, and that finances are not the only thing. We do have some green energy here coming from the heart space of this swan. Pardon me. And so I feel like it's something that's attached to the heart, or you're going to make a heart-centered decision based on the clarity that you've received about your finances. We do have delight. It's going to be a good choice. We have trust. So I feel like you have to trust yourself, that it's going to work out in the right direction for you. And I feel like your third eye is open, and you'll be making some important decisions about your finances as it pertains to, finances in the month of February. All right. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about this forgiveness. Tell me more about this for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the forgiveness. Tell me about forgiveness for Cancer as it pertains to love. Tell me about forgiveness for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, something that is going to make sense to you based on your own energy, please look below this video and click on the word more. And you will find the link to Wizio where you can book me beginning at $40 if that's what you'd like to do. I don't only read about love. I can read about finances and career as well. All right, here we go. Let's talk about forgiveness. We do have the Page of Swords. Who else got that? Let me think about that for a second. Leo. If you're dealing with a Leo also got that card in the same position, in the same spot. So we do have the Page of Swords, who of course is the student, the one who is learning something, who is at the very beginning of something. It could also be that maybe you're watching someone or someone's watching you. And possibly it could be the person you feel that you need to forgive or that should forgive you. We do have the Four of Swords. It feels like there was some sort of an argument, I want to say, or it was irreconcilable differences. We were at different places in our life. We do have the Four of Swords, and then one is Five, and the Five of Swords is maybe somebody threw down their swords and just left. And when the Five of Swords is present, it feels to me like we couldn't come to an agreement, like you had a different idea of what love is like, and they had a different idea, and possibly that's what broke you up. But it feels like, I want to say that you've been watching this person while you've been healing. I feel like there's little to no communication with this person, and that maybe you're thinking about reaching out to this person. Tell me about love in February 2024, please. We do have the Knight of Cups. I do feel that you have a lot of feelings for this person, and I feel you want to heal this love. It feels like you want to heal it and bring it back together again, or you wouldn't be watching them. Or maybe they're watching you. Take it as it resonates. But it feels like with the Knight of Cups here, that somebody, I feel you, there goes the cards. It wouldn't be Ten of Cups Tarot if I didn't throw cards all over the floor, y'all. Let me just get what has fallen here. All right, is that it? One more. There we go. There's quite a few of them. So I feel like it is love that you're dealing with here. That it's someone that you haven't spoken with, that you do have romantic feelings for. So I feel like that this definitely is a forgiveness between two people who maybe had argued and nothing was resolved, because that's what the Five of Swords is. So I feel like you're watching from a distance right now. We do have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is home. It's stability. It's a stable relationship, or can we get some stability here? We do have the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's willing to work on stability. If we can get together and make a stable, serious relationship, if we could move in together, or if I could get more of your time and we can stabilize this relationship, somebody is willing to work on it, because someone has, oh, there's that There's that oven. Okay, so somebody has made a decision here. And I want to say that that's probably an indication that what I'm saying here is this part is something you should listen to. So we do have the Two of Swords here, and it's in the reverse. And the Two of Swords in the reverse tells me you no longer have a block as it pertains to the Five Swords, and that you now are feeling a little bit more flexible in the mind, that you could be a little bit more flexible. It feels like with the Eight of Pentacles, you've been working on yourself, and that's why the mind is flexible, but also the Eight of Pentacles is working on it. It also could be an indication for some of you, because this is a general reading, right? I'm reading a bunch of different energies, and that's why it's not one particular story, because so many of you have so much energy you're throwing at me, right? So for some of you, you could have met this person in the workplace, I wanted to say. So I feel like what you want to do is stabilize this whole thing. You're ready to put the hard work in, and I feel like it's a decision that you've come to about the romantic feelings that you have for someone that possibly you're no longer speaking with because of some sort of a fallout. It doesn't feel like it was a blaze of glory kind of fallout, but it does feel like either you said some things to them and then blocked them, or they said some things to you and then blocked you. It feels like you're not talking, or you couldn't come to a place where we could really talk about this anymore. Someone wasn't willing to talk about it. We do have the Sun, which is Leo energy. We do have the Magician. Look at that. Yeah, you really are capable of bringing this back together, I want to say, with the Magician showing up, that you really are capable, that you're just going to need to tap into the full potential of you. And if you've been dreaming about it, because the Magician, first of all, is whatever you want wants you, Cancer. So whoever you want wants you, I believe. And also bringing things from the dream state down to earth, from a 5D to the 3D. So if you've been dreaming about and having clarity about what you want to do here, I feel like you have all of the tools that you need in order to be able to move forward here. You could be dealing with a Leo or maybe an Aries. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Now, I feel like you're feeling more flexible, but I also feel that you have a lot of opportunities as it pertains to the heart space, that you're not hurting for dates. You're not, you're a person who can get a date whenever you want. And, usually whoever you pursue or maybe whoever pursues you usually catches you. And I want to say, though, it does feel like you're being very particular about which cup that you want, but right now you're unsure. Because of the Magician, it feels like the Ace of Cups is yours, because the Magician holds all of the aces, right? You have all of the tools to do what you want, but you need to make a decision about what it is that you do want. I also feel like getting back in contact with this person makes you overly emotional. And it feels like you don't want to, to me, this is kind of like when you get too emotional, it clouds you because you're not used to dealing with all of those feelings on the surface. We have 7 and 1 is 8 cups. It feels like somebody walked away, I want to say. We do have the Chariot. There you are, Cancer, right there. So I feel like it is you that's going to move forward. You are the one who is going to give someone else forgiveness, because I feel like somebody threw down the swords and walked away from you, or disconnected, 8 cups, disconnected from you and your emotions. And I feel like you're going to want to get into your vehicle. I feel like we have 2 people here who have very different ideas of how to run a chariot here. But of course, those two phoenixes, right, being different colors, so that's the feminine and masculine energy. And I feel like you need to be balanced in that. Your feminine and masculine energy, whichever one you are, you need to be balanced in that before you go to give your forgiveness or get your forgiveness. We do have the King of Wands, which tells me the ball's in your court, Cancer. Whether you're feminine or masculine, right? We're not reading body parts, we're reading energy. It does feel like with the King of Wands here that it is you that must be inspired to step forward. If you are the masculine leaning energy, if you are the feminine leaning energy, it feels like you're waiting for the masculine to come in. That's what it feels like to me. Let's talk about your career. Some of you might own businesses. Some of you might be working for a company, but it feels like whatever it is, you need to take your first step and do whatever it is that feels like something that is unfinished or you haven't done yet, or it feels like somebody here is making a plan to do something different and to take their first step on possibly opening a business, or maybe you're revamping your business, maybe you're selling your business. Take it as it resonates. We do have the Page of Coins. There is something new that's blooming here. It's a big idea, a new idea, one that is going to grow to be very lucrative. So it feels like with the Page of Coins, something is growing here. But you might feel as though the idea that you have to start something new might already be in a sector of society that is very saturated. Maybe there's a lot of competition, and maybe that's why you're holding back about what you want to do. So whatever it is that you want to do, going to the new job or maybe opening the business, that maybe you feel like, God, there's so much competition there. I don't know if I can do it. We do have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like something is going to be revealed to you that's going to help you on this path. And what will be revealed to you is, I don't think there's as much competition as you think there is. But I also want to say, Cancer, that with this energy here, it does feel like regardless of the competition, if that's what this is here, I feel like something is going to be revealed to you that's going to help you make a decision about how to move forward here and how to begin now. We do have the Empress. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay, this is very interesting because what I'm feeling here is that there is somebody here who does have a business mind. The Empress is all of the queens, right? And all of the queens, all of them bring to the table something. This is a very balanced energy. This person is someone who doesn't need anyone. They are a creator of things, so they can create a business. They can create whatever they want. This is somebody who's very balanced in their energies and has the wisdom of all of the queens. If you have someone like this in your life, it might be someone who is about to give you some information about something that you didn't realize fully. And I want to say that this Empress could be the person that is attached to this energy here. It feels like they're attached to each other because the Empress is looking over here. So it feels like this is the person that needs to forgive you, or this is the person that you want to ask for forgiveness. I want to say that it's attached to your career choices or whatever it is that you're going to do in terms of business. I feel like this person who is a creative person who really doesn't need anybody, they're stable on their own, so they don't need you, but they don't need anyone because they know what they're doing already. This person might be someone who gives you the information that you need to be brave, to be forward, to be very direct. They're going to be very direct with you about what you should do next. It's like something that you hadn't realized. We've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. I feel like the hard part is that maybe you're wondering, is this unrequited love? And does this person even care for me enough to help me have this realization? Very interesting here that the Page of Cups to me is something that's unrealized, either the heart space or something that you love or a new beginning. But the Seven of Swords is here as well. And the Seven of Swords is the release. It's like, I need to bring something to the surface. So it almost feels as though before you can carry on here, that if you do want help, you want inspired help, it feels like it comes from the Empress. Now, you could be the Empress, right? I mean, the Empress is the energy that is with the Empress is Taurus and Libra, and that's only because the Empress is Venusian, right? Those are the Venus signs. So you definitely, because all of the queens are here, feminine or masculine, you can be the Empress. And I feel like for some of you, you are the Empress, that there's something here that you will realize that has been unrealized. And the Knight of Swords, I feel, is the big idea, that something is going to be revealed to you by the universe, because you need to take the step. It feels like you need to jump first and wait for the net to catch you. The universe wants to know how serious you are about your abundance. I feel like for those of you who it has nothing to do with the Empress, these are abundant thoughts, things you hadn't thought about, things that were unrealized. And I feel like the reason you haven't started or you haven't begun yet is because there's something that's been unrealized. All right. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Cups. And we have the Page of Swords, which we began this part of the reading with. So the bottom of the deck, is this the 8? No, it's the 2. Sorry, I thought it was the 8. And then I saw that the 8 was here. So we do have the 2 of Pentacles. Sorry, the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So we have the 4 of Cups and we have the Page of Swords. You know what it feels like? It feels like somebody wants to create something, have a business, but it feels like you don't want to do it on your own. You want to share with somebody. And that's what I'm getting from this energy here, that you want to share your finances with somebody or an idea with someone else, because the swan is never alone. They travel in pairs, just like the geese do. They travel in pairs, right? With the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels like you're kind of wondering, Am I stable enough? Am I stable enough in my finances that I'm going to be able to make this decision and not have my finances impacted? We do have the Four of Cups. There's that opportunity here. You don't want to let it go. You can't let it go. In fact, you feel like you're missing out on some sort of an opportunity and you can't keep your eye off of it. Whatever it is, it's the Ace of Cups and it's going to make you very happy. We have the Page of Swords here. And it feels like with these two cards here that you need to get out of a rut, that you are going to come across some information, some knowledge that is going to pull you out of this rut. We do have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which tells me that you are going to have some sort of a stable idea or a realization about you leaving something behind. It's like, I always wanted to do this. I just need to go ahead and do that thing. It feels like you are going to have some sort of a realization or an aha moment. It's going to pull you out of this place of being stuck in your mind. We do have the Page of Wands. Look, we have 3 pages. You could have children. Maybe you want to do this so you can leave your child something. I want to say with the Page of Wands showing up that there's some exciting news coming toward you here, and it is regarding wish fulfillment. Whatever you've been thinking about, I feel like you are capable of doing it. I think the universe is going to find a way for you to start the business, leave the career, and start something new, go to a different career. I feel like something's being revealed to you with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. All right. Let's talk about the money. Feels like you're really thinking about it, I want to say. In the month of February, it's causing stillness, but with all of that violet energy there, it's the third eye is being opened. And so maybe you haven't been doing anything with the finances, but it feels like you're going to, something again is going to be revealed to you here, just like the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Something you hadn't been realizing is going to be made aware. You're going to be made aware of something in the stillness here as you're thinking about the finances. It feels like you need to make some sort of a choice. And again, I think it's kind of like this theme of love. It feels like you want to share it with someone. We have the Death card. And we have the Star. So it does feel like there has to be a transformation here. I feel like your finances are about to transform in February because of some sort of decision you make about wish fulfillment. Now, it feels like your wish fulfillment is to share this with someone, whether that is a child, maybe you have 3. It feels like whether it's with a child or with a specific person. We do have Aquarius energy here and Scorpio energy. Something is about to end, so your wish fulfillment can begin. It could be a partnership that you're in or something that has to do with a soulmate. That's not for all of you. I think it's very few of you actually. But it does feel like transformationally, you're making a choice about wish fulfillment here as it pertains to your financial situation and how that grows in February. It feels with the King of Swords here that you might be calling in some help. You could also have Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius in your moon or your rising. But it feels like the King of Swords is here to make a decision. I feel like you're thinking about something. You're going to make some sort of a very clear, possibly legal decision as it pertains to your finances. The Three of Pentacles is possibly a business, right? We have people who are working on each other's teams. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is collaboration. It's like a friend of a friend or someone that you know or something going on that's starting to grow itself in the 3D world. So that's right now. And so we have the King of Swords. And I've always said this, Cancer, that I really, for the Cancers that I know, they're just really great in business because they're so intuitive. They listen to their guts. They move in the world in a very psychic and how can I say, clairvoyant sort of way, Cancer. And so you're really good with business, whether you know that or not, no matter where it comes up for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. So we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is the one who's making the best decision for everyone involved. So it feels like you are making a decision to possibly do some savings, or maybe buy some property, or it feels like something of a legal nature that maybe you're going to put money away and let it grow for children or a child or maybe a partner. But it feels like you do want to engage in some sort of a partnership with someone who can help you make clear, concise, factual decisions that are going to be good for your finances in the month of February. Look at this. I do believe that we keep coming up with pages, we keep coming up with realizations, whether it's love, career, or finances. It does feel as though that you could be someone who maybe doesn't have any error in the chart, but someone who is a very clear thinker, and that you're very honest, regardless of how people feel about you and what you're doing with your money or your business. You're very clear about what you want to do. We do have a Queen of Swords here. It feels like you meet someone who is exactly the same as you. It feels like you are going to possibly speak with someone who might be a financial planner, someone who might be planning your estate, someone who's going to help you plan, maybe you're going to start making payments on a plot, or it feels like you're looking into the future. It feels like future collaboration that's coming up with someone who thinks just like you, a very solid, sort of clear thinker who moves slowly and responds to things and doesn't react to things. I feel like you have decided that you're going to liberate yourself from the working world. And so I definitely think I'm speaking with a Cancer who is about to begin a business, or has decided that maybe you left something on the back burner. It's time to revisit that thing and liberate yourself from the working world. We've got the Ten of Cups, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Swords. It's definitely something you're going to want to talk about with your closest loved ones, your family, possibly the children, and we do have the Four of Pentacles. It feels like you're holding on to hope that the finances, that it feels like a lot of thinking, right? We have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. We have Scorpio here with the transformation that's going on with the Death card. It feels like there's a lot of thought being put into February about what you're going to do with your finances. It feels like you need to tell somebody about what you've already invested in. It feels like somebody here is kind of hiding the money, right? It feels like maybe you've already made some investments for the family and they don't know about it. So maybe you're going to pick someone who is going to be in charge of your estate, should you pass away. It feels like really important cerebral energy in building your financial future. That's what it feels like here. And we do have the Judgment card. So you're unsure about the decisions you want to make in your finances. And I think that's why you're either calling in a financial planner, somebody who knows the stock market, somebody who can help you put away trust for the kids, or something like that. It feels like you are going to disperse your income. It also feels like you're having a hard time making decisions. You're not really sure which way to go at this time. But it feels like, you're holding back here. It feels like, look, this Five of Swords is coming up again. It does really feel like there is somebody that you know that is really good with business and you want to ask questions. I think it's the Empress. Take it as it resonates. So we do have Aquarius energy here. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini energy. We have very cerebral energies here helping you make your decision. I feel like you will come to a place of reunion if you're not speaking to someone, because it does feel like this Queen of Swords might be part of this Empress energy. It feels like it does all come together. Something is under the surface. You might not be speaking to this person, concealing something. Maybe you feel like this person was lying to you, or maybe you have just been concealing that you would really love a commitment, some sort of a commitment, or to learn some type of lesson here. You need to move on from whatever it is that is keeping you held down. I feel like you really do want to begin some sort of a long-term relationship, that you're confident that somebody here is going to want to end some sort of chapter with you and get some karmic balance. So I feel like we are talking about everything pulling itself together, but I feel like the career choices or the business that you're opening, you don't want to do it alone. I feel like this Swan here, I feel, is telling me that you don't want to do it alone. So I think that you're going to get in contact with somebody. The Queen or the King of Swords could be the Empress. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, and I love you guys. Thanks for being here, my water team. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks, Cancer. Bye-bye.